Hey everyone, this is Tom from MonTac here, and we are back at it again with another grand final, this time for the Open Invitational for March 2024. We've got the grand final, of course, with Voidheart, the surging prodigy, taking on the current master tactician ZweiStein for the vacant pro title after APOC was eliminated in the tournament. And joining me today, we've got the Razor, former master finalist, former pro champion, former Spark champion, former bloody rookie champion as well. Mini Smoker's here. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, sir, and welcome everyone to another grand finals, and thank you for all those compliments. I feel blessed for that. And anyways, we have the powerhouse of ZweiStein starting here against Voidheart.
This is going to be very interesting. I gotta say, Voidheart has been pretty impressive so far. He's currently got, I believe, 8 wins. In terms of his pro record, he's got 8 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. And that only loss was to APOC, where he just unfortunately stuffed at the times and couldn't make it within 15 minutes. So he's never actually lost an in-game pro match. In fact, the only person he's ever lost to thus far in his entire game is Darky in the rookies.
Ooh.
But it's been a while since that happened. So if we remove that loss to APOC, he's functionally got like 9 games and no losses, which is pretty crazy. Ooh, we got Chimera right off the bat from ZweiStein, looking to expose potentially the rogues. Voidheart is such a big rogue player, so that's interesting. ZweiStein picking up a Chimera. The reason this is so nasty is that now whenever Voidheart plays one of their signature mythics, this will trigger ZweiStein's Chimera, which will then allow itself, or allow Zwei, to bounce that card that's played by Void back to Void's hand, which can be really nasty and force Void to brick. This is going to be ruthless.
Yeah, Zwei really thought out about the matchup here, bringing out their usual steel edges. Zwei really likes decks that has recursion of monsters for the late game and stuff. So very signature of him.
Well, it's also like, what a weird deck as well, can we just say. Like, I think he just straight up played Chimera without even having to roll for it, unless I'm incorrect. Oh, wait, perhaps he's played it out through Crit Spotted, or
no,
maybe,
it was a roll of
Crit
5.
Spotted.
It is a roll of 5.
Wow. Yeah, right off the bat, just
Yes.
slapping down a great counter to Voidheart. This is going to be hard. Like, if Voidheart does win this, he'll become, of course, I think it's the 10th winner of a huge, or of a pro tournament event. And that'll continue the tradition of no one ever winning it twice. But speaking of people getting so close to winning it twice, ZweiStein has been in 3 pro tournament grand finals, only secured 1 victory. He's the current master tactician. If he wins this, he'll be the first player to hold pro and master titles simultaneously, and the first player to win 2 pro tournaments. How do you feel about that? Do you think it's likely? His last pro tournament win was December 2021.
Ooh. Yeah, I think it will be well deserved. Zwei has been here for such a long time and know this game inside out. I won't be surprised for another win.
Yeah, fair.
Okay. The Clytus
Clytus in cooldown.
For consistency.
Yeah, and this is in cooldown, everybody. This looks to be right at the end of ZweiStein's turn. But of course this will give... oh, they're going to go Descent of the Dragon right off the bat. So not giving ZweiStein any health points here via a Star Hand. This is... I don't know if I've seen this from Void before, the whole Descent of the Dragon strategy. Typically I would have thought that might be a Star Hand, something like that. But interestingly, it looks like they're going a Dragon route. I'm not sure how good that's going to be here, but they're going to basically double it up with the Descents of the Dragons and Star Thrust to gain a boatload of health and get a bunch of cards to hand. But how do you feel about that many cards going for that card draw instead of just using the classic Star Hand?
I think health has become even more significant over the time because of cards such as Starlit Wrath and Starlit Serenity. So those cards you can pay life to get rid of. It is very, very important to have a health point, so I think we might have something starred for this match.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. It is such a weird deck, but it definitely works really well here for Zwei. They're going to go for Klytus, which can pop, but if they pop the Chimera, it'll just come straight back. So it makes you wonder what the plan was. I guess it's just setting it up. And they get rid of the Templar. I think that's a good idea. It's a good idea. This is... Oh,
there he is.
Now we see why they didn't give health.
Yes.
Okay, Starlit Wrath. This is a card that every turn it goes up by a counter, and for each counter it has, all monsters you command gain that many additional attacks. So, right off the bat, looking... Oh my gosh, is this Dark Planet. Holy smokes. Wow. I did not see this coming at all. What in the name? Oh my gosh, we're going Dark Planet. They counted ZweiStein. This is nuts. This means that Chimera won't be able to trigger because there's no other mythics played.
Ooh.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh, Voidheart has used rogues their entire game plan. You use it from day one, and now they're switching on one of their basically the biggest match they've ever had to a completely obscure archetype that has almost basically no players outside Crimson who use it a couple of times. But in this case, it works fantastically because ZweiStein counterpicked them with Chimera. This is incredible.
I see both players have come prepared for the matchup. They knew beforehand, but this time Voidheart might have the upper hand.
Maybe, but this is probably going to be one of the biggest stress tests for Dark Planet as a deck in general, because people have had their questions about whether it was really viable. But if someone like Voidheart is picking it up and thinks they can take out ZweiStein, this could be their big moment. Prisoner 45. So interestingly, Dark Planet sentence, you can send a prisoner from your side of play, deck or hand to the perish pile, then choose one of the following. They can draw more cards, they can play a Dark Planet cards from deck or hand, or they can add just more Dark Planets from their deck to their hand. I guess, surely they're going to start playing things, I would think. But honestly, I'm not quite sure on how this is going. Dark Planet have a lot of really interesting strategies, but I wonder... Like, I know why he picked a different deck, but it's just interesting to think about why he picked this one in particular.
Now he went for the card draws even more.
Yeah, can you imagine if this was old Starlit Wrath? Holy smokes. Wow, they're drawing their entire deck. Okay, now this gets me worried, because typically when you want to draw your entire deck, you've got some sort of strategy that involves looping a card you keep sending back to your deck and then redrawing it. So perhaps this is some sort of Titan spam deck? I don't know what you would be using it for, though. Wow, okay, so we're getting to have a quick look at the hands. It looks like we got an Axe Head, Regeneration, Hammer Down, Cannon Templar, and a Macobra in ZweiStein's hand. And those are all viewable. Oh my gosh. I think ZweiStein might have accidentally revealed his hand. That is unfortunate. So currently what Dark Planet used to do is it used to be a hand reveal deck, but it seems ZweiStein forgot to read the updates because he has just revealed his hand. We didn't need to. Oh, that was a really good hand to show too. This is why you got to pay attention to reading the cards. Yeah. Jeepers, that is expensive. I mean, it's not the worst thing, to be honest. They can use that potentially as intimidation going forward, but Voidheart knowing what they're going into is quite good. Alright, so I want to say I'm not overall impressed currently with the layout from Void. It's not bad, but I'm not overall blown away or anything. Have you had any sort of interaction with Dark Planet so far? I mean, Smoke, that might lead you to think this is a good idea.
I haven't been I never been familiar with the new Dark Planet since the rework, so I don't know what you expect here, but I think Voidheart might know the matchup here to choose specifically Dark Planets, so let's see.
Yeah. We're going to go Dark Planet Doomsday. Send a Dark Planet monster from your hand and one monster from your side of play to the perish pile. Then all monsters your enemy commands perish. Now, really lucky for Zwei is his Chimera will be revived. But, I just don't... Is this really worth it? Probably not. There must be some sort of trigger that Voidheart is trying to go for here. I'm not sure what it is, though. There must be something. I just don't know what it is.
Okay.
So it looks like they're getting rid of their Prisoner 12 to get out another Dark Planet Water. This could 100% be an OTK mini smoke. And as someone who was very well versed in OTKs, do you really think this is enough to get through the line considering what we've seen in ZweiStein's hand?
I don't think so, because Zwei has filled, I think, almost all Steel Edge conditions in Parish. He has 2 Steel Edges, 1 Creator, 1 Marine for occasional Shellback. And I think it has for Rider 2 Steel Edge. So I don't think it will be so much trouble for Zwei. We just saw Zwei's hands a while ago.
Right, Hammer Downs, regens, maybe a Savage Jewel, I don't remember or not. I know there's a Templar. Ooh, we've got a response immediately to the Shellback. What are they going to do to take this Shellback out? Surely there's something they might have planned. Perhaps they have another Doomsday in hand. Actually, that wouldn't be bad here.
Yeah, those specialty
those
specialty removes really hurt here.
Yeah, they can. Although, Sleeper Skill, right? Oh, I guess it doesn't work that well. It just plays something, doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, Void's going to need to have some way to deal with this. And this Chimera, gosh, it was good before we knew what Void was playing, and then it was bad when we realized what Void was playing. And now in this situation, it's good again. Like, it's just kind of dipping in and out of that good that Zwei played it kind of moment. People watching the match wondering what the heck is going on here. ZweiStein has just played a Shellback in response to the oncoming attacks. And what this card does is it's basically a really good specialty removal. It takes away abilities, takes away what a card can do. So Voidheart has to act pretty quickly, because if he doesn't, right now, his entire strategy could come crashing down due to that Shellback. So what we're currently thinking, I think me and Smoke's on the same page here, is a second Doomsday could be on the way to try and board wipe this thing quickly. But that could be a huge overextension.
Yeah, and remember, Chimera only has 1 more specialty trigger. So if Voidheart has 2 more board wipes here, the Chimera is gone for good. And
Ooh, we're letting it through.
Okay, no responses.
Oh, man. Man. Oh, gosh. Void's letting it happen. I mean, regen is still a thing. They're going to go Crime Partners. He's going to special move both, which will trigger Sleepers, but Sleepers can't activate. That's depressing. Gosh.
And we have our old friends here, Crime Partners. It's been a while since I saw one of them, so...
That's true, actually. You don't... I think they're still pretty common, but you're not like every game, yeah. 5,000, pretty decent. If Voidheart can get some regens on those waters, then this perhaps is doable. They're both bigger than Crime Partners if he does. I don't know, we'll have to see. Oh, they're just going to continue the attacks. Shellback, I reckon, does get dismantled here because ZweiStein did not power itself up. I think Zwei probably could have tried to go for the power boost here in the Sleeper skill, because right now they're probably going to lose that Shellback, which is pretty important for defense.
But Crime Partners still has 5k here, so it's able to hold back for this turn.
Well, that's until Voidheart uses a regen, and then it's all over again. But of course, we do know that what's his name? Sorry, We do know that ZweiStein has a hammer down.
Yes.
So we do know that is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
We do know that's possible. It's an interesting spot. I think at this point, depending on how if this ends here, ooh boy, oh boy. Okay, so they're gonna go for, but wait, it's gonna special move itself. Yeah.
Ooh, that was smart. It means the timer against the power, and it's bigger.
It also could be a really bad move if Voidheart has a hammer down. But if they don't have a hammer down, this is a brilliant move from Zwei. But if they do, then this has really put Zwei in a tough spot, because I think a hammer down plus regen combo here is scary. Obviously, there is the idea that Savage Jewel could come down just to save Zwei, but yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
I don't think Void gets the win this turn.
Yeah, because with the hammer down, Void will get rid of 2 asset cards at once, and he'll be on the lead, 5-4.
100%, 100%. And that asset, while seemingly small, is full of really strong cards that can turn the tide of a match. And that hammer down comes down, countering the shellback. I think it was a pretty close to even exchange, because they did lose the water specialties, but they still got the multi-attack and they still get the power boosts, and now can take care of that Chimera. I think if Zwei was going to, if they had a Savage Jewel, they were going to use it now. So obviously they haven't used it yet. Ooh, they're sacking the 4 for Wrath. Okay, this is interesting. So that will take away their ability to get multi-attack on Klytus. But Water still has multi-attack from, I believe it must be... What was the card that gave him an... Oh, it was Prisoner 45. So Prisoner 45 gives an additional attack and I think 1,000 boost until it leaves play, which is going to be really important here to countering Zwei's deck. I think if Voidheart can put enough pressure on Zwei here, there is a chance, very small, but there is a chance Void maybe doesn't win this turn, but does enough damage that maybe he can take enough of ZweiStein's assets out of the picture to kind of lower Zwei's chances. The big thing about Steel Edge is you need to build up those assets in the Perish pile so you can use Axe Head, but if Voidheart never lets them get the chance, it could be a completely different story.
Okay, the Chimera is down, and Crime Partners will hold their own this turn. Let's see, we have...
Sure will. Second turn of the game. After 10 turns, you reach sudden death, where any wounding, or a direct attack I should say, is lethal. But for now, we're still in the early stages of the game. Alrighty then, let's see here. Water of the Dark Planet. Regen, there we go. We knew it was going to happen. And the thing is, this might be even bigger. I don't know how many prisoners they've got. They've got, it's 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2,500 boost onto 16, onto 26. So it might only be 51, unless I'm missing a prisoner. Is it prisoner cards? It's prisoner monster. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like we only got 5 that I can see. So it's 5,100. Oh, now it's 6,000. Yikes. That Crime Partners just went up to 6,000.
Yeah, that's I was going to say. Now that Chimera is dead, Crime Partners.
Ooh!
Okay. Monomax.
And that will force the reveal. Okay, so we can see what's in their hand. We've got Axe Head, which is useless here. Templar, which is useless. A Cobra, which is useless. Hammer Down, which is good. And a Regen, which is good. So if ZweiStein hammers it down and then a Regen comes from Void, I don't think there's anything left that ZweiStein can realistically do to start taking down these boards.
Yeah. Now that Void has full information about Zwei's hands, he knows he must have a Regen in hand. Of course.
Yep, and there's the counter. There it is. That means it's bigger. Oh, gosh, this is insane. They're going to get through the crime partners here. Oh, they're going to respond with a Klytus. Oh, what a great play from Zwei. I did not know if they were going to run Klytus, but they did for that mid-conflict. It allows them to add any card from the deck to their hand. They're going to go for a Hammer Down, and I believe they've already used now 2 regens, so Voidheart cannot counter it, but they could have a Hammer Down in their hand. Yeah. Perhaps. If they have a Hammer Down in their hand and they drew enough cards to have the counter. Let's see. If Voidheart has a Hammer Down in their hand, they can counter the crime partners and then get through the line. This is already a lot of cards used for Void. It does make you wonder what they're going to do. They're going to let it through. Oof.
Unfortunate.
That's a rough one. Yeah, the momentum has now shifted. They can crash Klytuses though, which is probably a good idea. I don't think Zwei will have a response here. Yep, both are gone.
What a turn for Voidheart.
What a turn indeed.
Getting rid of 3 asset cards and a lot of defenses.
Yeah, but look at their hand now. It's almost a normal hand, and they're really running out of gas.
Yeah.
Ugh, they're gonna need something big.
Yeah, I think all resources were put into Warden, but now there's 1 out of 2 still alive. I don't know how would be Void's game plan from here on now.
Well, I can tell you right now that the game is not quite over, because Void does have a very strong asset left that does activate when you have multiple prisoners in the Perish pile. So I believe that once that hits the field, that could be a big moment here, especially as ZweiStein cannot get their assets in line ready to use with an Axe Head. We'll have to see though. But if Voidheart can start putting some pressure next turn, this could be something. He does have more assets. It just depends on what the assets are. We know that Father Root is not going to be happening because both players have used a Klytus. And I don't believe people are going to be using Quetzal.
Let's see, we might have a question for Lucky. Lucky's typing.
Oh, they're looking at the Dark Planet assets.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, bit of an interesting spot at this stage. It should be isn't it kind of weird that a player can look it up mid-match? I feel like that's kind of weird. But when you're on an online platform, there's not really anything really stopping you, is there?
Yeah, there's.
It is a weird spot, but I guess Voidheart can do the same thing, can't they? So
yeah,
there you go.
I think it's fair fight.
I think so, but it is. I think that the asset pile of ZweiStein's a lot more probably unusual than Void's. But I don't know, Voidheart. I don't think he would change unless he really thought this deck was going to work. So I don't know. It's a tough spot.
In over the board events, the player could just simply memorize what each card do, so isn't different from that.
Okay. They 250 going over 2600. If this gets through, this could be tough. Just currently calculating stuff. Yeah, this is a tough spot for Void. I think if they can clear the crime partners and get some multi-attacks back online, perhaps something pretty big, and just force ZweiStein to use up all their assets, then we could be Gucci. But you have to make Zwei use up all his assets now, and then still have at least 3 left to try and change the result of the game. This is a really tough spot here.
Let's see, Templar barely making over Warder, and let's see Void's response.
Surely you keep the water alive. It's got multi-attack. It can definitely beat over this Templar. There we go, Monomax. I thought that would be the case. I think both Hammer Downs have been used, and we get to see there's a Regen, Overdrive, and a Axe Head in ZweiStein's hand. So there's not really anything ZweiStein can do to respond. ZweiStein has used both hammer-downs, and they're going to go with an Axe Head Racer. So the assets are getting used, Mini. The assets are getting used.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to give multi-attacks to Templar and Racer. Of course, Racer cannot attack, as it's been played past preparation stage, but that Templar does have the multi-attack. Granted, we are pretty early in, and that does clear.
Ooh.
Oh, boy. Boy. I don't know. This is good. Don't get me wrong. This still what? They still do... Well, they can't attack with Racer here.
Yeah. Only
I
has...
hope they've realized that. We'll see if... Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. There's only three attacks on board here.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. Now, one of the biggest things to be aware of here is ZweiStein, a Master Tactician... oh, hold on. Just pop that in. So ZweiStein, a Master Tactician, has forgotten a major part of the role, of the rules, I should say. And in this stage, for him to forget something so important, it means he's really preoccupied and he's 100% sweating this game right now. So while we can definitely say that, you know, this so far the strategy has failed on Voidheart's end to get an early win, he's not failed at rattling an incredibly experienced player in ZweiStein, which I think speaks volumes.
Yeah, as long Voidheart keep, but that asset advantage doesn't really matter per se, because Zwei has a recursion, like I said before.
Yeah, true.
He can get
Overdrive.
Has overdrive, has the Blitz Kaiser Apex that revive asset monsters, has the X-Heads, the Genesis, to bring back the X-Head from Parish. So there's a lot of ways to Zwei to keep evening match in the late game. So let's see now.
Big thing is, I guess the question I have in that case is, what are they going to revive? Because Scorn Shellback is specialty moved, and it doesn't have any power anymore. Axehead Racer is not bad, but for only lasting 2 turns, it's not amazing.
Yeah.
That's really... And then Klytus can't be revived. So I just don't know. There's just not really a lot to work with in that case. So now they're going to go with Jailer sacrificing the Prisoner 93, which will allow them to pop both the Racer and the Templar. Really nice. Which will then trigger 93, allowing them to play out a Dark Clan monster from deck or hand regardless of class. What are they reviving? Let's see. Keep in mind those waters are permanently specialty moved, which is just ruthless. Well, I actually think one of them is, not both of them. So that means they could potentially get out something bigger later. What is this? Here we go. You can play certain way you can no monster, you may play this card from your hand. If you do, play one monster from deck or hand with this class. Okay, so just a searcher there. Can't really do too much. But they got rid of 2 big monsters, and now ZweiStein's asset is probably looking at Blitz Magnum and Blitz Kaiser.
Yeah.
No, is it Blitz Kaiser now? I think I might have changed that actually, but I think it's Blitz Kaiser still.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong here, or Zwei's forgetting to synergize his assets?
Oh yeah, he's 100%. He is 100% not being proactive in this case.
Yeah.
Great pickup. I will say one thing that is a bit scary here is ZweiStein has yet to use a single regen, and Voidheart I think has used both Hammer Downs. No, they've used 1 Hammer Down. Okay, so they still have a chance to get this Crime Partners out of there. They still have a chance. Oh, never mind. Scourge of the Dark Planet. This is what I was talking about. While it's in play, while there are 4 more prisoner monsters in the Parish pile, its timer is removed, and during prep, they can make 2 prisoners extinct to drop something by 4,000 in play, and then give Scourge 2 additional attacks. This is big. This is big.
Yes, indeed. So let's...
So you can use the face down as an extinct pile. Whew. Now, one mistake here that I saw is, why did they pick water for this? Like, They could have picked anything else. Maybe they want to revive that water later? Isn't that the one that wasn't special team moved? I don't know. That seems like a mistake. Just me.
Voidheart.
That seems like a mistake.
Voidheart might have his reasonings here, but at least
as long as they're in attack with... Oh, jeepers, they're attacking the Scourge.
he knows there is a regen coming.
Dang nabbit! Oh, man. Why would you do this? You know they're just gonna regen.
Yeah.
Dang nabbit. Oh, man, dude. Dang.
Okay, sending.
Oh, that is such an unfortunate play.
Ooh, using for the attack power boost here.
Yeah, they're using that for the power boost here, 100%.
Just holding
I
holding off their regen. Because
I guess it is a good point. Why not just use the regen here? Like, also, but why would you as Void then go to attack the card that you've just dropped? Not expect... Oh, what? Oh, because... I see. So why this works is they can send a card from their play and from hand to board wipe, which will... Oh. So that Prisoner 12 can do stuff. So the reason this works is it will drop the 1500 boost away. Jeepers, there's so many things going down right now. But they're board wiping Crime Partners, which will take away the 1500 boost because it's until it perishes, which will mean Fire and Smoke is still at 3000, which means they can retarget and break through. But I just think that regen is there, so what's the point? I don't know. There's the regen. Jeepers, guys. I just don't know what the plan was here. It's really starting to go down, unfortunately, for Voidheart here. What's the plan? Did they not think that Zwei had a regen? They literally saw the regen multiple times throughout the game.
But in many cases, the player must be proactive and not let Zwei have his game on his way, because if he might hold off the regen for later, Void might be in trouble, but forcing it now, it keeps Zwei in check. So sometimes you have to check if the opponent really has all the responses that you are worried about. So so
Jeepers, passing you over. Oh man. Now Zwei has to deal with Scourge this turn, or he risks Scourge just dropping it down next turn. And hopefully for Voidheart, they have a Savage Duel to defend, because if they don't and they lose Scourge here, I think that's pretty bad. I think it's probably over if they lose Scourge this early. They need Scourge around for a little bit longer. I don't think Zwei has anything that can immediately kill the Scourge, and he's probably realizing that now. He just has to hope he can beat over it. But my thoughts are that if you're in Voidheart's position, surely you have some sort of Savage Duel, some sort of defense. If you don't, it's probably over, I would think. How are you feeling currently, looking at the current game state with ZweiStein versus Voidheart at the moment?
I think it's better for Zwei, believe it or not, because he still has 2 board wipes in his sleeve for the 2 X-head creatures. So I don't think Void has a response for really late game, like a 1 or 2 card combo that can keep him alive. So we might see.
I think Zwei's probably in a spot where he has to resolve Axe Head this turn. He's got, I think, how many slices does he have? He's got 1 slicer, so that means he can guarantee get himself up to 6, which will get him enough to do the board wipe. He's going to go for the attack instead. Does Void have the defense? If he has the defense, this game could be completely different. But I feel like he might not. He might not. If he doesn't, then I don't know what this play was. Ooh, we're going War Gear. Oh, but there's still regen, right? Like, Zwei surely has another regen. No.
That's what I told you before. Sometimes you have to...
Oh, hold on.
Wait.
Hold on. They're going to use Macobra here. By making it a synergy via Slicer Kid, they can actually use it to get a specialty back.
Ooh,
wow.
Nice response.
Jeebus. Such a good... And this only works on ZweiStein's turn. Oh, gosh.
Okay.
Zwei has really thought this one out. It looks like Void is... Oh, hammer down. Okay, that must be the final hammer down.
We will see the
Brilliant.
regen. I think...
Drop it down.
I think Void has saw Zwei's hand earlier because of the Monomax from before.
Jeepers, guys. Guys. This is a bit rough. So now it's back down to 0. Oh, hold on. Did they regen? Did they regen? No, it's down, isn't it? I'm so confused.
Yeah, it's down. It's at 0.
Oh, they're going to Monomax.
But still...
But why does it say 7,000? It says 7,000.
Yeah, it's at currently at 1,800. Oh, 1,500,
Okay, so
sorry.
maybe. Oh, now it's gone. It's gone. Holy smokes. So they've used the Monomax just to see Voidheart's hand.
Yeah.
And it is a Starlit Wrath, Titan Destroyer Sword, a, what is that? Prisoner 45 and a Prisoner 67, both of which have some uses. So that means next turn, Voidheart might have a chance. We're going to go Blitz.
Yeah.
Blitz cannot attack though. Titan, bottom of the deck, draw a card, and that's going to reveal the last card, which is another 45. Not sure why you want to reveal that to Zwei, but there you go. More health, I guess. So currently we're definitely in a spot where Voidheart has nothing left main deck, but their asset pile could have some stuff lurking. We have yet to really figure that out.
Okay.
I don't know what Void is running, but we'll see.
Okay.
Blitz has hit field.
Playing Blitz for the power boost next turn, so he can start racking up some power.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to get enough to be bigger than Scourge, though. Because you'd have to be at least 9,000 to match Scourge. And then it can just get pulped by Jailer anyway. So,
Yeah.
I don't really think there's much. So here's... Alright, ready, guys? If Voidheart does not win this turn, I think Void loses. I think he has one turn, and it's this turn. If he does not win the match this turn... I just think he loses. I just don't think he has a shot of winning at this point if he does not win this turn. He's got like one chance left. One opportunity. One I just don't think he wins if he doesn't clean the match this turn. Starlit Wrath. There's multi-attack. So we'll have plenty of attacks. And we're only on the 6th turn here. So these guys have taken their time turn-wise for sure. Zwei's going to keep drawing. Is Zwei? Yep, there we go. Scourge of the Dark Planet, making 2 more cards extinct. That'll drop by... Oh, did it already gain the boost? Oh, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Yuck. It already gained the boost, and it was at 5,000. Oh. Oh. Did that hurt you as much as it hurt me? Because that's sad, unfortunately.
It's a very small Blitz.
Jeepers, jeepers. So Void has more than enough to get the win here. It's such a shame that Scourge is not Ravenous. I mean, why not make it Ravenous? You know? What happened there?
Yeah. With Zwei's health, I think it doesn't matter if he's still normal time. I think Zwei has how many more bodies to resist? I think there is Blitz here.
Yeah, this is smart.
There is Kai. Oh, he's popping.
No, I believe he's attacking. It's conflict.
Okay, conflict. So he's
otherwise, that would be really bad.
So Zwei still has Blitz, Kaiser, and
Kaiser which will die,
and bring back 2 more. Oh, 3. No, how many there? How many yet?
It's gonna bring back some stuff, but it won't be enough I don't think it'll be enough to trigger Axe Head though. So there won't be a board wipe. So it's got plenty of attacks on Scourge, and Jailer has multi-attack. They're all bigger than Blitz, which will force out the big Apex.
I think Zwei can activate Slicer here.
Ooh, he's going Atomic. This card can have, when this card is played, sent to the perish pile, all monsters in play perish because of their specialties. So Void needs to specialty move this thing immediately.
Yeah.
If they can specialty move it, they might win the game. Actually, here's the thing. I know Zwei probably can... Actually, Zwei can't... Zwei probably can survive this turn. But I think, yeah, they can survive this turn, which does kind of make my prior prediction of him having to survive to win kind of out the window, but... Because obviously he's got overdrive, so he can survive the turn. I guess my issue is... It really depends, because once Kaiser dies, that will board wipe, right? All monsters in play perish. That will kill Scourge, which really sucks here.
Yeah.
And Scourge is not protected.
Yeah.
So that's probably the big thing about Scourge, is if it had protection as well, it'd probably be a hugely dominant card. So they're going to go for Wrath. What? What are they talking about here? Why are they shaking Wrath? So that's going to kill everything, right?
Yeah.
Regardless of specialties, it kills everything. So I don't know... Did I miss something? When this card in play is sent to the perish pile, all monsters in play perish regardless of specialties, and all players may then each play up to 3 of their perish synergy monsters. Apex synergy monsters cannot be chosen. Then during your next cooldown, after those monsters are played, they all perish. So theoretically, this can kill all of Void's monsters, but they still get all those monsters back because they die, and then they can just play them back out again.
Yeah, but
what?
But at least, Void.
Dude.
At least Void can't attack.
Oh, they're just replaying them, and Zwei's not playing anything. So I think they all just die at the end of the cooldown anyway, right?
Yeah. But
What? Okay.
Okay, but I think Zwei has the X head now for the board wipes.
They do. But there's not much point considering those monsters are going to die anyway. But
yeah.
Honestly, depending if Void has another, like, put it this way, if Void had a Father Root, this game would be over. Just putting it that way. If Void has Father Root, this game is over, Void's won. But we know he doesn't. Yeah. So the question is, does he have anything left that is as good as Father Root?
I think Void realized the situation he's in from the message. We're going to see a forfeit here. I don't...
From who?
From Void.
From Zwei?
From Void.
Off of Void.
Yeah.
True. I'd be surprised to forfeit this late into an open invitation grand final, but I mean, it could happen. Sometimes you want to pack it up. And honestly, if you're going to losing to ZweiStein is probably one of the easiest losses to take.
Okay.
Oh, thank God. Whew. Oh gosh, I thought he had. Oh gosh, thank goodness. Wait. Is it over?
Oh, wait.
What? Oh no, they're playing it off of Accent. Okay, they're playing it off of the... Okay, so I think the other choices that they were speaking about was Blitz Kaiser reviving stuff. And they were like, why is your card still in play? And he was like, I have no other choices. I'll just bring them back. So I think that's what they were doing here.
Yeah.
So I just hope that Voidheart remembers, like, oh, wait, but hold on. Oh, because it board wipes them. Ooh, okay. So it dies... Okay. Alright, so just so everybody else, because we're kind of confused, but we figured it out. Basically, they've killed the Kaiser, passed turn prematurely. ZweiStein has asked them to resolve the Kaiser. That'll board wipe everything. Because of Accent when it's played, since there are 6 or more synergies in Perish, it will trigger. Yep, Shellback is special move return to the game. So really, it's this Axe Head. It's just if Void has anything left with protection in his asset pile, he just wins. But if he doesn't, he loses. The best way I can put it. because if they can't pop anything, then Axe Head does nothing, and if they can, then Axe Head is amazing. The question is, there's 2 cards left, so what would they be? What happened? Oh my gosh, another Macobra. Oh, dude. But they can't use the sleep skill anymore. They can only use it once.
Yeah.
Voidheart is looking to have that sign of defeat. Typically, when a player is starting to blame their own deck for their performance, they just start going down.
Yeah.
That is not looking good.
Yeah.
They're going to trigger Shellback.
For special.
Because it can special move up to 2 monsters. A premature Shellback here is a...
I think it's going just to use a second Crime Partners to get a full board, I think.
Oh, could be. Well, there you go. Yeah, I think there's definitely... Dark Planet was used pretty well here, but if you haven't prepared with the deck before you enter such a high level of match, you're not going to do amazing. That's unfortunate. I think it'll be great as Space Buns, if you use Space Buns or something like a Scourge, perhaps, to get it back out. But Chimera? Why? I guess they're just wasting it now?
Yeah, I think Chimera was for early game, but now since Void...
They just want to draw cards.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that's a thing. So we've got another... Gosh, I don't know. Okay, they're going to play it out, try to attack. If Void has a way to defend here, this could be a very different match.
But...
I just don't know what you...
It is still
it?
normal time. We are not
oh, it is. You're right.
Sudden death.
I'm sorry. You're right. My apologies. I'm used to sudden death.
Yeah.
Jeepers, guys. Oh, what are you doing if you're Void? See, now you just lost all those cards. And actually, I do believe Vi has a way to get them back. But getting that card out that gets them back is the problem. Roll a 5. So, is the game really over for Void? I don't know if it is.
There's still 2...
They can still handle more damage.
Yeah, there's still 2 overdrives for Zwei here.
Well, they've actually already used one to get back Shellback.
Ooh, right.
I believe. Oh no, hold on. Did they?
Yeah.
No, they didn't. You're right. My apologies. You're right. Because they used it with Kaiser to get it back. So they do have 2 overdrives. But it's still... I mean, I guess its specialty is back. But...
I mean,
yeah.
what is the biggest one he can get here right now? For Zwei, he still has X-Racer, but he only works.
Okay.
Okay.
They're gonna play out the cards.
Play 45.
So they're not gonna be bigger unless they use the Titan here. Gotta wonder what the heck the plan is.
You just have to see.
I don't know.
How
Void has definitely stepped in it, it seems. It looks like ZweiStein is queuing up to making history right now.
can still bring back X-Racer because there's an ETB effect, so it doesn't matter that much.
And they just passed.
Oh.
Yikes. They're just playing bodies. But the question is, why play bodies when you could just simply take the health? Why even play them out? I don't know. I don't know. Some weird strategy from Void. We'll have to see. Roll of 6, which is definitely what Zwei needed, because that means they can get out Genesis.
Yeah.
Jeepers, this is going really bad for Void. Definitely goes to show you someone of ZweiStein very carefully curating their deck. This is what you need to be at the very top. This will grab them Genesis, and I think with that we can start to see where this game is going to be going. Dang, tough spot to be in. Yeah, okay, so we got Axe Head. Axe Head's in play. We got Axe Head Critter. Oh, sorry, not Critter. It's Lava, right? And 45. So there are plays here, but overall, I think Void has really, unfortunately, come unprepared for this matchup, and it looks like ZweiStein's going to be cleaning this out soon. I do wonder what they're pausing about, though. It is a pretty crucial moment, but there's assets on Void's side. I just don't know what the assets are. I think I know what one of them is, but it's just kind of weird to me that they would not prepare for this. You know what I mean? Like, what's the asset? If the asset is the Apex for Dark Planet, and they want to skip it, you know, do some stuff, it's like, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Wait, where does the Genesis... Oh, right, he searched Genesis with Larva, I see. So now we have Genesis. Okay, crashing over for the board wipe to bring back X-Head for the board wipe and try to seal the deal, but yeah, not yet.
So they have board wipe now. Ah, man.
But still,
ZweiStein just showing off at this point.
we're on normal time.
I think that this is not it though.
Yeah,
Voidheart can still take this damage.
yeah, Void can still tank it.
We can put down double. So what's the strat here? What is? I just gotta know what's the asset? Because Void obviously, maybe he's just trying to buy as much time as he can. But one would think you'd want to wrap this game up. I just don't know what he's gonna do. He's got two assets. He's gonna think about something. What's he got left? I don't know. Realistically, what he's got left. Maybe it's a... I don't know. What saves him here? I don't know what does. Okay. So they've got Wrath, though. Wrath is continually upticking, which I think we're probably not all thinking about. Obviously, ZweiStein can just sack the 4 for it. Just gotta wonder what he's doing. Voidheart obviously went through all of Spark. They took out like I think 5, 6, 7, like 5, 6 different people in Spark to get through there. Then they got into Pro. They took out players like Lucky. They've taken, I think, you know, who did they take out? I think they obviously took out Twilight. And I think after Twilight, who did they beat? They beat, was that Lucky? That might have been Lucky actually. Yeah, very, very tough spot to be in, to be honest. Ali Bruiser.
Ooh.
I did not expect that. Can they even do that? Class 4 below. That doesn't even work. They can't even play it. What
I
now?
think Void doesn't realize it.
Who and what now? 245s. It can't be played though. It's a class. Yeah, can you type it in? Yeah, it's class 4 below. Jeepers, guys. What's the plan here? Boy, jeepers. Gosh. Oh no. Yikes. Yikers. Oh man. That's unfortunate. Man. Oh gosh, getting to this late in the game and not knowing. Maybe we've missed something, but like maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, gosh, that's bad, isn't it? So this is how you know they are rattled. This is really bad for Void. just being unable to be aware of their own strategy here is kicking them hard, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It is a brand new deck, but I just don't know why you change decks so suddenly. It is a bit of a weird choice. Going in for... But here's the thing, though. Before we get too criticized too much, we have to be aware that they still have some big monsters in play. It's just not really going to be big enough, is it?
Yeah.
Ali Bruiser. Who would have thought? Did you see Ali Bruiser coming? I didn't see.
Not at all. There's still...
Can you imagine if that last card was Corrosive Formula?
Ooh, yeah.
Just saying.
Corrosive.
It's not. It is not. Right. We know it's Titan. But, like, can you imagine? It would have been such a funny thing if it was.
So...
Oh, man.
Still has Sentry on asset, but... If Zwei brings back Acer... Rider 2 times with Overdrive will
field.
Be low enough for
Axe-Head Racer.
I think it's a
ooh, jeebus! Oh, the twist of the knife. Any shot of Void somehow pulling this off is just yikes. Oh man, that hurt to watch. So if Void's got the Dark Planet asset, probably not going to go well for him. But if they do have the Dark, if they do have it, it's probably not going to work. But if they don't, they got something better. I don't know. I get feelings that they may not be running the Apex, just because I feel like they would have dropped it earlier if they were going to do it. I feel like just waiting for the very last moment. Probably not the best of ideas. I'll scoop. And that is it.
That is game.
Voidheart will scoop. That is game. ZweiStein, the first player to win 2 pro tournaments. Wow. First player to be Master and Pro champion at the same time. Incredibly done, sir. Very well played. Anything you'd like to say, Mini Smoke?
I think Zwei really came prepared for the recursion strategy.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think Void thought out very well with the deck for the Steel Edge matchup. So
yeah, that is definitely... I'm not sure why they picked that, but they did. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching. This has been the first Open Invitational, so this has been fantastic. Thank you for participating. This has been Tom. That was me, Smoke. Have a great day. See you all later.